Game Over 86 coming back with another video today, and I got some huge news, some big time news coming to the PlayStation 5, something that I think is going to be huge going forward. And yes, a lot of people aren't really into it right now, and that is the PlayStation VR. I know what you guys are thinking. Yes, it's not as big as what most people want, like Sony and like other developers, but they are growing. They said that the PlayStation 5 was going to have the PlayStation VR implemented in it. They are going to continue to support PlayStation VR games, as you guys seen from their state of play. I actually like the PlayStation VR for the immersiveness. One of the downfalls was it had wires and the graphics weren't that good, but to me the graphics were never that important. But here is some new information from Sony stating that they had unlocked and undid, pretty much did a new patent, and it states a new patent was published on April 4th, 2019, and belonging to Sony Interactive Entertainment Incorporated in Tokyo, has revealed technology designed for the brand new PlayStation VR headset that includes an integrated eye tracking and delivers super powerful new 4-bit rendering graphics. They're saying, simply put, that the gamer should be very excited about it. In a nutshell, it's being used virtual reality headset as integrated eye tracker. It says this technology will allow areas of virtual reality or the virtual world where the gamer is not looking to be rendered at a lower level graphic quality. So that's kind of good. They're kind of doing what the Guerrilla Games did with Horizon Zero Dawn. They only focused on what technically was being shown in the game, to where they could focus on all that power to be used on that, to where the game looks pretty, and behind it technically there's nothing there technically in the game aspect of it. And that's what I think they're going to try to do here, is where it's kind of focusing in style like a camera in a way, but also in a graphical matter to where the graphics are better. Also, it says such virtual worlds can be more expansive. Okay, so that's always good, to build a bigger environment to where you can be better and get more immersed inside the game. Because right now it is pretty good. There are some really great games on there, and there's some games that are just a little lackluster, and it's never been about the graphics for me on the game, as long as you're immersed in the game, if the quality's good, if the story's good. But it says, since not all environment will be rendered at high resolution at all times, something that would make the world too much for most mass market processors to handle, it also means the fidelity of whatever the gamer is focusing on can be more graphically immersive, or impressive, I should say. It says that they're building a PlayStation VR headset to be powered with the PlayStation 5. I talked about that in recent past videos, that the PlayStation 5 was going to bring the PlayStation VR on board to it. I actually talked about it being possible wireless, and it is saying that's not only it's totally wireless, but is capable of displaying wondrously huge, graphically impressive virtual worlds, which is cool, because I think the biggest thing that I took away from the PlayStation VR, which is still really good, I really do enjoy it, was yes, it is on wires, so you have the wires hanging from your headset, and the graphics weren't that good. I think it was like 900p or something like that. It wasn't like all the other ones, HTC Vive and Oculus Rift and all that, but them were a little bit more expensive at the time. It also states that the virtual worlds that exceed anything possible right now on the PS4 powered wired non-eye tracking original PlayStation VR. So it will exceed anything possible right now that's on the original PlayStation VR, which is cool. It also says insanely powerful new PS5 console was one thing Microsoft had to factor in when planning its strategy to counter Sony's next-gen assault. Obviously, but a super-powered new PlayStation VR headset too. So that is cool, because they already got their console. If it's going to be backwards compat, they're going to make it to where you can play PlayStation 1 all the way to PlayStation 4 games on your PlayStation 5. They're going to make a high-powered PSVR. That would be huge, because yes, I think it would build up more. I think the wireless aspect would be great. Anyway, let's go ahead and keep on going. That could be sort of too much for the next Xbox, which according to everything they know so far about the console, and that the wider Xbox Scarlet program has no VR headset weapon in its armory to counter with. Could a new superior power PSVR headset be the weapon that wins Sony's next-gen console war? There's really not a war, but this is how these people have to write their articles. If the technology detailed in these patents is brought to reality in the Sony PlayStation consumer VR product, it might well do with the Xbox games gamers' heads turned. So the way they write this is pretty illiterate, like most people, but it's stating that if it can do what they're saying it's going to do, will the Xbox gamers? I don't think it's going to be the gamers, really. I don't think gamers should have to worry about that. I think it should be the Xbox division, or Microsoft as the company should be focusing on that stuff, but that's not all. It says when you factor in official Sony Interactive Entertainment patent published on March 14, 2019, which showed a complete wireless PSVR headset, an image of what Japanese maker is apparently working on right now for the PlayStation 5 becomes clear. But let's go ahead and show you guys what the patent kind of looks like. So you're going to have, it looks like there's going to be something up there where it's going to be connecting a little bit bigger of a box for the top of your TV instead of just the camera. It looks like there's sensors and stuff like that as well. It looks more simple when it connects to your PlayStation, to your box, but that's sending a wireless signal from what the patent looks like. Everything looks the same when it comes to the headset, except for a couple things on there. Obviously, there's going to be no cables. But will there be lag and stuff like that? A lot of people probably wondering and questioning. But let's go ahead and finish up this, and I'll give you guys my thoughts on the whole thing. And they say for that to happen, though, for the PlayStation VR to really bring that, and eye tracking would have been to be sold at significantly less than other headsets recently announced at the tech. Microsoft HoloLens, though, HoloLens 2, which is set to cost $3,500 at launch, which is insanely just crazy and laughable. But, you know, a lot of hospitals may use that. I'm saying gamers are not going to use it unless they just got a shitload of money and they want to spend it. But you can check out the HoloLens 2, and there's a launch video in this pretty much source where I'll leave this, where you guys can go and check this out. The video's kind of cool. It does show like doctors looking at stuff. It shows mechanics working on stuff, which is cool. But for $3,500 for a gamer, that's insane. While Sony has pulled out of E3, they state, which I said I think they're going to announce later on during their State of Plays, or I said at their PlayStation Experience, they're going to let Xbox unload and see how the consumer market and how all the the stock and everything, how people really invest in this product. And if it turns out to be not that good, I think PlayStation is going to still steamroll with their idea of what they're wanting to do with the PlayStation 5. But they say that it could potentially, the PSVR successor could be dictated at the PlayStation event later on PSX 2019. Now that I got all that information out of the way, which is a lot of information to take, because I think it's extremely exciting to not only be a gamer for everybody. I mean, you got HoloLens, which is going to be pricey, but eventually they'll work out kinks on it. It'll be a cheaper version of it. But the way the HoloLens looks right now is really cool, with augmented reality where you can see things ahead of time and look at stuff and judge what you need to change. That will change the game, not only in medical science and video game science, but in just science in general. You may be able to see an illness before it happens. That would be cool. But when it comes to video games, when it comes to superior hardware, PlayStation has been king. I am not playing favorites just because I'm wearing the shirt. Superior. They have been the most dominant hardware company since the console market has came out. That is a fact. They are not only making PlayStations, they're making the PSVRs, they're really bringing it, and I think they're focusing on taking away the wires, so you don't have to worry about having the wires on there, which sometimes can be a problem if you have kids. I get that. Or if it don't really weigh on your head like an HTC Vive would, but they're also going to be working on the eye tracking technology, which is really cool, because yes, that was another feature that a lot of people were saying, oh, well, the PlayStation VR doesn't have great graphics. But if you are a PlayStation VR fan and you understand that it's not always about the graphics, it was about the immersiveness, and getting into the game and seeing everything in its beauty. Yes, it's not the best graphically compared to other VRs. But when you compare it, there's some games that are on the PlayStation VR that you just can't play anywhere else. And for them to focus on this as a must, and they've already talked about a backwards compatible patent coming around where it'll trick this software into thinking that it's a PlayStation 1, 2, 3, or 4. Dude, it is going to be an amazing time to be a PlayStation or a Sony fan. And I'm not saying that as a fanboy. I'm just saying it as a consumer, as a gamer. This is what I want. This is what I want out of next-gen hardware. I don't want old stuff to be repetitive. I want new things, new ideas to come up with, and not to be outdated. and not to be outdated. That's the key thing. You don't want to have something be released and it be 4 years old like the Nintendo Switch seems to have done, and everybody gets mesmerized by, oh my god, how great it is. No, I want PlayStation and Xbox to really go at it. I want competition to be at an all-time high. Hell, I want the Nintendo Switch Pro to come more than a mini. I want all this stuff to be really compatible to really push these developers into making new IPs. Notice I said new IPs, not old-ass remasters or old-ass games that people just keep wanting on every flipping console because they have an addiction and something psychologically wrong in their fucking head to where they want to buy the game 13 times over. I'm meaning I want new IPs. I want these developers to have this technology to really focus and change the video game world for the future, for the better of the future. Not just for video games, but like I said, with augmented reality and the HoloLens, check out that video as well, guys. That is awesome. I watched the video earlier, but I wanted to let you guys know that there is a patent made. They have came out with it. They're focusing on wireless PlayStation VR headset for the PlayStation 5. It's going to be eye tracking technology. You guys check it out. Let me know down in the comments what you guys think about this. Are you excited? Have you not bought a PlayStation VR and are now that you hear about this, are you going to wait and purchase one now? Now that's going to be wireless? Are you going to be purchasing the Are you going to be purchasing the PlayStation 5 on day one to play them backwards compatible games that they've already announced for the patent wise? Let me know down in the comments. I'm super excited because it's something new. It's not something that somebody else is repeating 15 times over on YouTube about something coming or something gotten taken off of Best Buy or, oh my goodness, look at this guy. He's copying everybody's shit. No, this is something new. I'm glad I could bring this video to you. I hope you guys are excited. If you're new to this channel and you like what you hear, you like what you see, stop by, hit that subscription button, join Game Over 86, myself, I appreciate it. Hit the like and share button, guys, if you would like to show this video with somebody else that may not know about this stuff. And if you didn't like the video, hit the thumbs down, but let me know down in the comments what you guys didn't like about the video. Obviously, leave me a comment down below. I want to get a conversation going with you guys. I love every single one of you guys out there, man. I am passionate about video games. I'm not one-trick ponies just favoring each generation, but this looks really cool. And HoloLens, man. I should have just thrown that in there. I'm going to make a separate video for HoloLens talking about that in the upcoming weeks, so stay tuned for that. I got a couple toy reviews coming, guys. I hope you guys are excited about that. 2 old school toys. Okay, they're old school toys, but I purchased them a while back ago, and I want to show you guys a little bit about that as well, if you guys like some toy unboxings and some reviews. Also, guys, the t-shirts are still being made. I got my artist, one of my best friends. He's actually drawing it up and doing them. I can't wait to unveil that stuff too. I think you guys are going to be really, really shocked on how this looks. It's looking amazing. I'm getting jacked talking about it right now because I'm so excited to share my passion, my love with you guys out there that love the video games as just as much as I do. So anyway, guys, I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your week. I will see you guys next time. I love you very much. Do a good deed, stay safe, and enjoy video games, guys, because that's what it's about. Game Over 86 is out, and I'll see you guys on the next time. Peace.